Hi everyone, welcome to the CD Cave. I'm Jack Burial. Today I'm back with another video, uh, going back in time, so to speak, back to the 70s. Uh, to me, that's the decade I grew up in. Definitely for me, the best decade in music, rock music, anyways. Um, so I decided to concentrate on the year 1979. Um, I was 18 years old then, so just getting ready to go out on my own in the world, make my own little path in the world, and out of my CD collection, I picked 25 CDs. Of course, back then I was listening to albums and even 8 tracks. If some of you remember 8 tracks, I actually had some of these on 8 track. But today I'll be showing all CDs I picked out of my collection, 25 of the ones I was listening to the most back in 1979, as I was preparing to go out in the world and do whatever it was I had to do to survive and get to where I am today. So I'm not getting into my life story. I'm sure none of you are interested in that, but I'm sure you're interested into the music. So these are all random. This is not a ranking. I decided I'm not going to rank them because it's kind of hard to rank. Although there's a couple that's probably my favorite. One that's probably the one I listen to the most out of all of them, which I'll probably show this one last. Uh, so to get going, the first one, definitely not their best album, but one I listened to a lot when it did come out. Was In Through the Outdoor by Led Zeppelin. I'm not going to spend too much time on the CDs because, like I said, there's 25 of them, so I don't want the video to be too long. But this one I still enjoy today. In the Evening is good. Full in the Rain, Hot Dog, All of My Love. Great album. Of course, all of these from 1979. I even like the artwork on this one too. It's kind of cool. In Through the Outdoor. Another one that still to this day I listen to a lot. One I'm surprised I never got sick of because I did listen to it quite a bit when it did come out back then, which is Head Games. I've always been a big Foreigner fan. This being her third album. Dirty White Boy, Love on the Telephone, Women, Head Games, yeah, River on the Red Line, Atlantic Records. Yeah, great album by Foreigner. Next, Scorpions, Love Drive, another good album. Don't listen to this one as much as I did back in 1979, but I still throw it in every once in a while. Loving You on a Sunday Morning. Coast to Coast is good, can't get enough. Holidays, probably the best song on here. And kind of cool artwork on here too. Next, The Dream Police by Cheap Trick. This is one I definitely listened to quite a bit back then. I still do today. To me, is my favorite from them. Not a bad track on here. Dream Police, Way of the World, Gonna Raise Hell. Voices is a great song. Yeah. Great album, Dream Police. As you can tell just by some of these CDs how good 1979 was. Journey, Evolution. This being the second album that features T. Perry on vocals. And the fifth album by the band. But great songs, Too Late, Loving, Touching, Squeezing, the big hit off of this. City of the Angels, Sweet and Simple, yeah, Just the Same, Do You Recall? Yeah, great Journey album, Evolution. Next, great Canadian band, Saga, with Images of Twilight. Listened to a lot of Saga growing up. So I do believe this is their third album. It's Time, See Them Smile, You're Not Alone was a big hit. Images, Mouse in a Maze. Yeah, still going strong today. Saga. Next, Jethro Tull with Stormwatch. Love the artwork on this one too. Yeah, North Sea Oil is really good. Orion. Something's on a Move was a big hit off this. Old Ghost, Flying Dutchman. Yeah, this is a 2004 remaster. But can never go wrong with any Jethro Tull. Next, Nazareth, No Mean City. Great cover art. One of their heavier albums here. Another band I listened to a lot growing up. Just get into it. It is really good. May the Sunshine, Star, Claim to Fame, What's in It for Me, No Mean City. Yeah, great album. Nazareth. Next, The Long Run by the Eagles. This and Hotel California are probably the two I listen to the most from the Eagles. The Long Run's a good song. Can't Tell You Why, In the City. The Disco Stranger, Heartache Tonight, Those Shoes. I think it's probably my favorite song on here. The Sad Cafe. Yeah. Good album by the Eagles. Next, a classic here, Supertramp, Breakfast in America. Back in 1979, this was all over the radio. There's not a day that went by you didn't hear a song from this album on the radio. My favorite is Crime of the Century, but this is a close second. Gone Hollywood, Logical Song, Goodbye Stranger. Breakfast in America, Take the Long Way Home. Yeah, Child of Vision. Yeah, great album here, Supertramp. Next, one of my favorite bands, Alan Parsons, Eve. This too got a lot of radio play back in 1979. Damned If I Do was a big radio hit on this. Winding 'Em Up was really good too. Secret Garden, If I Could Change Your Mind. Yeah. Actually, the first album to feature female vocals on Alan Parsons. Next, The Police, Regatta de Blanc. One of my friends was a big Police fan, so he played them all the time when we're out at parties and things like that. Back then, did go to some parties here and there, had a few drinks, listened to some good music. Message in a Bottle, Contact is really good. Bring On the Night, Walking on the Moon. No Time This Time. Yeah, The Police. Next, Bad Company, Desolation Angels. Another one I listen to quite a bit. Really enjoy the first and Straight Shooter ones. Those are the ones I still listen to the most. But I still throw this one on every once in a while. Rock and Roll Fantasy, Crazy Circles, Evil Wind was really good. Lonely for Your Love, Rhythm Machine, yeah. Not their best, but still a really good effort by a Bad Company. Next, Blue Oyster Cult, still one of my favorite bands. Mirrors. Some good songs on here. Dr. Music, The Great Sun Jester is pretty good. In These, probably my favorite song on here. Moon Crazy, I Am the Storm, Lonely Teardrops. Yeah. Can never go wrong with any Blue Oyster Cult. Next, Kansas with Monolith. It's one of my 5 top bands. On the Other Side is a great song. People of South Wind was a big hit off this. Angels Have Fallen, Glimpse of Home, Reason to Be. Yeah. Nice artwork here too. Kansas, Monolith. Next, a very popular album back then. A bit of change in sound for the band. Dynasty. Of course, disco was around then. Not that this is a disco album, but it does has a couple of songs that have that kind of disco flavor to it. But they do it really well. I Was Made for Loving You, 2000s band, Sure Know Something, Magic Touch, X-Ray Eyes. I've always enjoyed this album. Dynasty. Next, Pat Benatar, her debut with In the Heat of the Night. Listened to this album fairly often back then. I Need a Lover, In the Heat of the Night's a good song. My Clone Sleeps Alone, Rated X, my favorite song on here. No You Don't, which is a remake by The Sweet. And So Sincere is a pretty good song too. Yeah. In the Heat of the Night, Pat Benatar. Next, Tries with Just a Game. Another great Canadian band. Great artwork on this too. Great band live too. Moving On, Lay It on the Line, one of my favorite songs from the band. American Girls is not bad. Just a Game is good. Hold On, big hit off this. Suitcase Blues, yeah. Really good album. Trying Just a Game. Next, of course, Van Halen 2. Played the heck out of this album back then. I still have the vinyl for this one. I got rid of a lot of my vinyls over the years. Now I'm slowly trying to recollect them again. You're No Good, Dance the Night Away, Somebody Get Me a Doctor, Bottoms Up, Our Love Again, Light Up the Sky. Yeah, Beautiful Girls, Woman in Love, great album. Listen to this quite often these days still. Great album, Van Halen 2. Next, of course, Pink Floyd The Wall. This too an album you could barely go by a day without hearing something on the radio from this. Of course, back then radio was very big. Radio was a lot different than what it is today. Great album, great songs on here. I'm sure everybody knows what the songs are on here. Next, Christopher Burke, Crusader. Still listen to Christopher quite a bit today. Pretty much own everything from him. I've always enjoyed his music. Even through his more pop years, I still enjoyed it, but I prefer his older stuff. Carry On is really good. Yeah, Something Else Again is good. Just in Time, The Devil's Eye is good. Yeah, just old-fashioned people. This is a great album, Christopher. Next, Aerosmith, Not in the Ruts. An album that I do enjoy. A lot of people are not crazy about this album. They don't rate it very high, but I enjoy it. It was during our kind of drug period and stuff like that. But still some good songs on here. Surprise, Chiquita, Remember Walking in the Sand, which is a remake. 3 Mile Smile, Reefer Head Woman, Bone to Bone. Yeah, overall, it's a pretty good album. I still throw this one on every once in a while. Of course, because the disco beat around back then, this is probably the one that I listen to every once in a while, which is Spirits Haven't Flown by the Bee Gees. Kind of as a guilty pleasure, I guess. I still enjoy this album today. I don't listen to it that much. But Tragedy, Too Much Heaven, Love You Inside Out is pretty good. Spirits Haven't Flown. Yeah. Not a bad album. I still enjoy listening to it once in a while. Very popular back then for the Bee Gees. Next, AC/DC with Highway to Hell. Great album. This would be Bon Scott's last album. A lot of great songs on here. Highway to Hell, Girls Got Rhythm, Walk All Over You. Touch Too Much is really good. Yeah, Night Prowler. Yeah, great album. And the last album from 1979 that I took from my collection to show you, and it's probably the one I listened to the most in that year, and definitely from my favorite band, and it's Cornerstone, which would mark a bit of a change in sound for them, a lighter sound, not as heavy, but nonetheless a great album. Lights is really good, Why Me, Babe, which was probably their biggest hit ever. Never Say Never, Boat on the River was another big hit. My favorite song on here, Borrowed Time. Eddie, Loving in Midnight's a great song. Yeah, overall, it's a great album. From a great band, for me anyways, my favorite band. Sticks with Cornerstone. So that's the 25 albums from 1979. I listened to the most back then. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below. I'd really appreciate it. And thank you to all the new subscribers. And thank you to Steve at All the World's a Stage for his shout outs on his channel. And for his constant support of my channel. I really appreciate it, Steve. And thank you. So until next time, take care of yourselves.